Hey there, curious minds. Welcome back to PsycKeys, where we unlock the mysteries of the human mind. Today, we're diving into a phenomenon that's as eerie as it is fascinating: déjà vu. You know that uncanny feeling when you're certain you've experienced something before, even though you know it's impossible? Well, buckle up, because we're about to explore the mind-bending science behind déjà vu and uncover some truths that might just blow your mind. Déjà vu isn't just a weird feeling. It's actually your brain playing a trick on you. Imagine you're walking down a street you've never been on before, yet suddenly everything feels familiar. Here's what's really happening. Your brain is experiencing a temporary disruption in its memory formation process. In essence, your brain is trying to create a new memory, but it accidentally tags it as an old one. It's like your mental filing system has a momentary hiccup, placing a brand new file in the bin there. Done that drawer. This glitch happens so quickly that you experience the sensation of remembering something as it's occurring for the first time. Think about it. Have you ever had déjà vu while doing something totally new? That's your brain's filing system having a moment. Pretty wild, right? Now, let's zoom in on where this mental mix-up is happening. The main culprit behind déjà vu is your temporal lobe. That's the part of your brain responsible for processing sensory input and creating new memories. Research using brain imaging techniques has shown increased activity in the temporal lobe during déjà vu experiences. It's like your temporal lobe is doing an impromptu dance, and in the process, it steps on its own toes. This misstep causes a split-second delay between perceiving an event and storing it in your memory. Here's where it gets really interesting. People with temporal lobe epilepsy often report more frequent déjà vu experiences. In fact, some researchers believe that studying these individuals could help us better understand the mechanisms behind déjà vu in the general population. So, the next time you experience déjà vu, take a moment to appreciate the complex choreography happening in your brain. It's like catching a glimpse behind the curtain of your own consciousness. Here's a mind bender for you. Déjà vu might actually be your brain's way of checking its own work. Some researchers propose that déjà vu occurs when your brain detects a mismatch between what you're experiencing and what you think you should be experiencing. Imagine you're in a new cafe, but something about it feels oddly familiar. Your brain might be rapidly searching through your memories, trying to find a match. When it can't find one, instead of just shrugging it off, your brain creates a false sense of familiarity. It's like your brain is saying, I can't find this exact memory, but it feels like it should be here. This theory suggests that déjà vu might actually be a sign of a healthy, skeptical mind, one that's constantly cross-checking its perceptions against its memories. So in a way, experiencing déjà vu could be seen as your brain's way of keeping itself honest. Have you ever had a strong déjà vu moment during an important life event, like a job interview or a first date? That might be your brain working overtime to make sure it's processing everything correctly. Now let's debunk a common myth. Déjà vu is not a glimpse into the future. Despite what some movies or books might suggest, déjà vu has nothing to do with precognition or psychic abilities. Here's what's actually happening. When you experience déjà vu, your brain is creating an illusion of prediction. It's like your brain is saying, I knew that was going to happen. But in reality, it's just reacting to what's already occurred. This illusion can be so convincing that some people believe they're experiencing a premonition. But here's the kicker. Studies have shown that people experiencing déjà vu are no better at predicting what will happen next than those not experiencing it. So the next time you have a strong déjà vu moment and feel like you can predict what's about to happen, remember, it's just your brain playing a clever trick on you. It's not psychic power, it's brain power. Here's a fascinating theory that might change how you think about déjà vu. It could be the result of a mismatch between different types of memory processing in your brain. Your brain has two main memory systems: familiarity and recollection. Familiarity is that quick gut feeling of recognizing something, while recollection involves actively remembering specific details. During déjà vu, researchers believe the familiarity system might be triggered without the corresponding recollection. It's like your brain is saying, "This feels familiar," but when you try to pinpoint why, you come up empty-handed. This misfiring could explain why déjà vu often feels so frustrating. You're stuck with a strong sense of recognition, but no actual memories to back it up. It's like having the title of a song stuck in your head, but you can't remember any of the lyrics or how it goes. Have you ever had a déjà vu moment that left you feeling like you were on the brink of remembering something important, only to have it slip away? Here's something you might not expect. Déjà vu experiences actually decrease as we get older. Contrary to popular belief, it's young adults who report the most frequent déjà vu experiences, not older individuals. Research has shown that déjà vu experiences peak in the late teens and early 20s, then gradually decline with age. But why? One theory suggests it's related to the development and subsequent decline of the temporal lobe. During young adulthood, the temporal lobe is highly active and still developing, which might make it more prone to the kind of misfiring that leads to déjà vu. As we age, our brains become more set in their ways, potentially reducing the likelihood of these memory glitches. This doesn't mean older adults never experience déjà vu, they absolutely do. But if you've noticed your déjà vu experiences becoming less frequent as you've gotten older, now you know why. Have you noticed a change in your déjà vu experiences over the years? It might be interesting to reflect on how the frequency and intensity of these moments have shifted throughout different stages of your life. Here's a surprising fact. Stress and fatigue can actually increase your likelihood of experiencing déjà vu. When you're stressed or tired, your brain's normal processing can get a bit scrambled, making memory glitches more likely. Research has shown that people under high stress or experiencing sleep deprivation report more frequent déjà vu experiences. It's like your brain's filing system gets a bit messy when you're overwhelmed or exhausted, increasing the chances of that déjà vu misfiling we talked about earlier. This connection between stress and déjà vu opens up some interesting possibilities. Could frequent déjà vu experiences be a sign that you need to slow down and take better care of yourself? It's something to consider. Being aware of this connection could provide an extra incentive to prioritize self-care and stress management. After all, taking care of your mental health is crucial for overall well-being. Let's end with a mind-blowing recent development. Researchers have found a way to induce déjà vu in a laboratory setting using virtual reality. This groundbreaking research is giving us unprecedented insights into how déjà vu works. In these experiments, participants navigate through virtual environments that are subtly manipulated to create a sense of familiarity without actual prior exposure. For example, they might be shown a room that's nearly identical to one they saw earlier, but with small changes. This research is exciting because it allows scientists to study déjà vu in real time, observing brain activity as it happens. It's opening up new avenues for understanding this mysterious phenomenon, and could potentially lead to applications in memory research and even mental health treatments. Imagine a future where we could use virtual reality to better understand and even treat memory disorders. It's not just science fiction, it's becoming a reality, and déjà vu research is helping to pave the way. And there you have it, PsycKeys family. We've unlocked some of the mysteries behind déjà vu, from brain glitches to virtual reality experiments. I hope this journey has given you a new appreciation for the complexity of your own mind. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's the most intense déjà vu experience you've ever had? Share your stories in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the quirks of human psychology, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to PsycKeys. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest mind-bending content. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, your mind is the ultimate key to understanding yourself and the world around you. This is PsycKeys, signing off.